What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's CraftsByAliyah. I'm Aliyah, and today we're going to be doing this super cute bodycon dress in this really nice nude color. It's pretty simple for the most part. What you're going to need for this tutorial is a 2.75 millimeter hook, a 3.75 millimeter hook, some scissors, and some measuring tape, which is optional. And the stitches that I used in this tutorial is a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. So the yarn I'm using today is Red Heart Soft yarn. This yarn is great. It's so soft, easy to work with. It's size 4, medium weight yarn, 100% acrylic. I'm using the color Wheat. I got this from Michaels. Alright, so first you're going to grab your 2.75 millimeter hook, and I'm going to need you guys to head on over to another video first. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't want to show the same thing twice, but I'm going to add a card up in the corner to click, or you can go straight to the description box. But you're going to need to watch my how to create a simple bathing suit cup or like crochet cup video first, and just watch that whole video, connect them. It's really easy. It works up really fast. So go ahead and do that first and then head on right back. All right, so now we're back and you've created your cups, and now what we're going to be working on is the waistband. So you're still using your 2.75 millimeter hook, and I'm gonna go ahead and chain up a chain of 11 chains. So we could do it together. There's no point of, cutting this out. But just go right ahead and chain up 11 chains. And then, did I do 11? And then you're gonna skip the first chain and put a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. I like to go into the back humps, but it's a matter of preference. And I'm a single crochet all the way down. And once you finish that, you should have 10 single crochets. So once you're done your 10 single crochet, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and now we're going to be single crocheting into the back loops only. We're doing a single crochet ribbing right now for the waistband. So just continue doing single crochets in the back loops only, and don't forget when you get to the end to chain 1 and turn your work. And you're just going to continue doing this until your waistband is long enough to fit around your waist, like underneath your boobs though, like under your chest, because we're going to be connecting this to our cups. So you want it to fit around, not too tight, because mind you, you have to get this like over your head at least. You need to be able to get it over your head and shoulders. So don't make it too tight. Just the single crochet ribbing gives a lot of stretch, so just make it long enough till it fits a little bit snug. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to go ahead and connect it. So I forgot to do my chain 1. But now I'm going to grab the other side, make sure it's not twisted. And I'm just going to go ahead and connect these with single crochet, of course. Y'all know we just connect with single crochets around here. So I just go in to the first side, and I go into the second side, and I just do a regular single crochet. Oops. All together. Just like this. Super simple. So make sure it lines up and that you're doing 10 across. Make sure it's not twisted. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. We don't need to be getting no needles, because this is so easy, so much easier to do. You don't have to cut your yarn or anything like that. You just keep on doing what you've been doing. It's like way more convenient to do the single crochet. And I like it better than doing the slip stitch method, because sometimes when you just slip stitch, it's too tight and it like bunches the yarn up. But yeah, I am on my last one right now, connecting that with a single crochet. And then I'm gonna chain 1, and don't cut your yarn, But yes, this is what it should look like. This is the inside. Alright, so now I'll put my hook back in there. And what we're going to do is do single crochet all the way around the border of our single crochet ribbing. So there's not really a perfect way to do it. Just make sure you place your single crochets evenly spaced apart. Like, don't put them all bunched up together or like skip a whole bunch of space and stuff like that. Like, it's not an exact science or anything like that. Everybody has their own methods, but you know, just kind of watch where I'm putting it. Like, once you get the hang of it, it kind of like the space to go in will like present itself to you. Like, just don't be scared to just put the hook in there and just make a single crochet, make it work. Okay, so once you finish with that, you're gonna slip stitch into the first single crochet like that, and then you actually are gonna cut your yarn. Now grab your scissors and go ahead and cut that yarn. And now what we're going to do, I'm just showing y'all what it should look like. Super simple. I really like single crochet ribbing too. It just looks so much better. But anyway, what we're gonna do is connect the cups to our waistband. And guess how we're gonna do it? Single crochet. So easy. So that's why we did the single crochet border, so that it's easier. So you just grab your waistband, doesn't really matter where. Just try not to have, like, wherever your seam was, try not to have that like in the front. But just go ahead and grab it anywhere, and then grab your cups, and then we're just gonna do just like what we did when we connected the waistband together. We're gonna just do single crochet. So make sure that all the stitches are lined up. Make sure you're not skipping stitches. So yeah, we're just going to go right ahead and attach our yarn. Oops, I pull my yarn through, and then I chain one, and then I go right back into that same space with a single crochet, just like this, going through both the front and the back, the cups and the waistband. And then now I'm not gonna tuck that loose strand in yet. I'm gonna do that later. But yeah, we're just gonna be going through the waistband and the cups with our single crochet, just like we did when we connected the waistband together. So just make sure that you're not skipping stitches and not putting two stitches in the same stitch or anything like that. So y'all know the drill. Y'all know the drill. Super simple. So just go ahead and do that, and I'll meet y'all when you finish. Alright, so this is what it should look like when you're all done and got everything connected. Looking good. So yeah, so now we're going to be switching, and we're going to be grabbing our 3.5mm hook now. And this is what the seam looks like. It looks very neat, you know. I think it looks good, honestly. But anyway, we're going to flip it around to the right side. And I'm attaching my yarn over here on the side, because that's where I kind of want my seam to be. The seam won't be like super noticeable or anything like that, but there will be a slight seam. So if I could choose anywhere for that to be, I would like it on the side of my dress and not like in the back or in the front, you know. So I attach my yarn as usual, and then I'm gonna do a single crochet right through the same space, and we're just gonna single crochet all the way around the border of this ribbing, just like we did on the top part. So yeah, just do the single crochet just like y'all did before, and I am gonna tuck in my loose strand as I go for this part. But yeah, just do the same thing we just did, basically single crochet all the way around. Alright, so we're back at the front now, and I'm just going to go right ahead and slip stitch into the top of that single crochet, just like this, chain 1, and now we're going to be half double crocheting. So I turn my work, and then I put a half double crochet right into that same stitch, just like this, and then we're just going to continue half double crocheting in every stitch all the way around. Super simple, just like this. And then, you know, when you get to the front, you're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that first half double crochet, and then we'll go from there. I'll meet y'all when we get back over there. Alright, so I'm at the front, and I'm slip stitching, going right through the top of that half double crochet. Oop, there we go. And now I'm going to chain 2. So chain 2, and the chain 2 will count as your first double crochet. So chain 2, turn your work, and then half double crochet, as your first double crochet. So chain 2, turn your work, and the chain 2 counts as a double crochet, and then continue doing regular double crochets for this entire round around. So first we did single crochet, and then we did a half double crochet, and now we're doing double crochet for round number 3. So I'm finishing up my double crochets for this round, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 2 space, just like this. And then now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work. And now what we're going to be doing is super simple. We're just going to be alternating between doing half double crochets and double crochets. So we just did a round of double crochet, so now we're doing half double crochets right now. And then when you finish doing your half double crochets, you're going to do double crochet. So you're going to go back and forth doing half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and you're going to keep on doing that until the dress is long enough to where it hits right at the top, right when your butt starts to increase, like right where your hips meet or like where your waist meets your hips and it starts to increase. That's where we're going to stop. Alright, so this is what my work looks like after I have done my rows of double crochet and half double crochet down until like the top of my hips, like where my waist and my hips start to increase, like right where it starts to increase at. It doesn't really matter if you end on a half double crochet or a double crochet row. I just happen to have ended on a half double crochet row. And so what you're going to do now is we are going to start increasing. So I am on a double crochet row, so I've already chained 1. I'm going to chain up 2 more, turn my work, and I'm going to start double crocheting. And it's like the same kind of increasing I've done in my other videos too, where you're just going to want to place 2 increases on this row, but not too like evenly spaced across from each other, and you don't want to do it in the same place on every row. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put an increase right here. So 2 double crochet in the same space with my increase, and then I'm gonna keep double crocheting around until, hold on. So I just increased, so when I get to the other side, like around here somewhere, it doesn't have to be exact, but just in this general area on this side, I'm gonna put another increase. So go ahead and make sure you put 2 increases for this row, evenly spaced, and I will meet you back on the next row. Alright, so I'm back at the front here, and I'm gonna go ahead and slip stitch if I can, there we go, slip stitch right there, chain 1, turn my work, and this is a half double crochet. We're gonna put a half double crochet right into that same stitch, and then continue half double crocheting, and we're gonna do the same thing we just did. So you're gonna crochet a little bit and then put an increase somewhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific. Just make sure that you don't put it right on top of the increase from the previous row, and make sure that they are evenly spaced for the most part. So I think I'll put one right here. And let me show you guys, which is just 2 half double crochets in the same space for my increase, and then continue double crocheting around until I get to the other side, which is roughly over here somewhere. I'll put another, or back here, over here somewhere, I'll put another half double crochet for my second row of increase. All right, so I just finished up that row, and so far now we have 2 rows of increase. So basically, if you are a, I would say if you like an extra small to a small size, or extra small to a medium size, what I would do is do 2 rows of increase and then 2 regular rows without any increasing. So do 2 rows of increase, 2 rows of no increase, and then alternate 2 rows of increase, 2 rows of no increase until, well, this is when you're gonna need your measuring tape. So, and I'm gonna like write this out and make it way more clear for you guys. I know I'm like rambling right now, but take your measuring tape if you have some and measure around the widest part around your butt, basically, like where the dress is gonna go around your butt. And if I measure that on myself, I get 35 inches. So I know I'm little. All right, so 35 inches is this wide. So what I need to do is keep on increasing until the dress, you could like put a little stretch in it too, until my dress stretches out to be 35 inches around. So just keep on going back and forth between 2 rows of increase, 2 rows of no increase, 2 rows of increase, 2 rows of no increase. Now, if you have like a really tiny waist and a really large butt, you know, what I would do is I would probably just increase every single row, like 2 increases every row until your dress gets wide enough to fit around your butt, because you don't want it to like stretch too much. You want, like, I'm designed this dress so that it will fit around you pretty nicely, but I don't want it to like stretch a bunch and look weird. You want it to like fit around you nice, and we're gonna have a nice little curvature of the hips when we finish the dress, so that fits around you and that it's not like super tight or anything like that. You want it to be breathable, you know. So all right, I'm gonna make it more clear in the next clip. I'll write it out. So 2 rows of increase, 2 rows of no increase, and then if your size is large to extra large, I would do just keep doing rows of increase until the desired width that you need for your dress. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. All right, so you're just gonna keep going with those regular rows of double crochet and half double crochet until your dress is as long as you want it to be. And I want mine to be about mid-thigh, so I'm gonna stop mine right here. So this is what it looks like. Here, let me zoom in. So yeah, this is what it looks like so far. And now to finish off the bottom of the dress, I'm just going to, I ended up ending on a half double crochet row, but it doesn't really matter, but I think it might look better if you end on a half double crochet row. But anyway, so I slip stitched and chained one already, and so now I'm just gonna do one row around, I keep saying row, one round of single crochet. So just gonna go all the way around doing just regular old single crochets until we get to the front, and then, you know, slip stitch into the first single crochet and then cut your yarn, and that is it for the body. So now I'm gonna move on to finishing off the cups, and we're gonna do the straps, and we are done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just gonna do a single crochet border along the cups. So I'm gonna attach my yarn over here on the side, and then I'm gonna single crochet all the way up. First we're going to, here, so we started with we're gonna start with double crochet. So we're gonna put 2 single crochets into the sides of these 3 rows of double crochet, and then once we get over here, we're gonna start doing single crochets in every stitch all the way around, and I'll show you what to do when we get to the tip. We're gonna come all the way back down and do our single crochets in these double crochet, and then don't forget we have that chain 1 space right here. We're gonna put a single crochet in there, and then continue all the way around to the other cup and cut our yarn over there. If you guys like already know how to do that kind of stuff, because I've done this before, you know, you can go ahead and do that and skip this part. But if you need a little bit more guidance, I am going to show it real quick. So I just made a slip knot. Excuse my voice, and it's a little raspy. And I'm gonna go over here, oops, and attach my yarn. Boom. And then we're gonna do 2, oh my gosh, my cat. 2 single crochets on the sides of these double crochets. Sorry, I hope y'all can see. And then we're gonna start doing single crochets onto the top of these double crochets, like into a regular stitch, just like this. Okay, so now we're getting to the top here, and what you're gonna do, if I find it, is when you get to that chain 1 space, all in this whole entire space, you're gonna put 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet. So when you get to the top of the cup, 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet, all in the same space, and then continue single crocheting all the way down, and make sure that you go right into that chain 1 space. So single crochet all the way down, 2 single crochet into the sides of these double crochets, single crochet in that chain one space, and then jump right over here, 2 single crochet on the sides of these double crochets, and then continue with the regular single crochets on top in the stitch, and just do the same thing. And then when you get over here and you finish off, just cut your yarn, tuck it in. You could tuck it in back here where we attach the cups at. I can show you guys, but yeah, and that's it for doing the border around the cups. All right, okay, so now I'm just showing you how I tuck in my loose strand. I got this ugly little strand over here. So what I do is I just tuck it in like this. Oh my gosh. Of course, right when I want to record it, it don't want to work. Okay. So I just go through and I pull it in, and then I just weave it back and forth like this so that it's nice and tucked in, and it's not going nowhere. Just like this. And you know, when it's kind of long like this, you could just cut it, but I'm just gonna keep on tucking it in. And then yeah, so when you look at it from the front, you can't even tell. And then I'm gonna tuck this one in off camera. And yeah, let me zoom out. Oh, it's my little kitty. So now we're going to move on to doing the straps. After I tuck this little piece in, I'll meet you back, and then we can do the straps. All right, so now we're gonna do the straps. So I'm gonna take one of the cups, and I'm just going to go through that. If I could find it, find that chain one space, and you're just gonna put your hook through that and get your yarn and pull it through like this. Oops. Let me focus. Come on. Oh my gosh, won't focus. So I pull the yarn through, and I make it pretty long because we're gonna make this strap We're gonna make this strap double strand. I wish it would focus though. There we go. Oh, lost it. What's going on? Okay, I got it. So I pulled it through about 2 or 3 feet long, and I'm just gonna take my crochet hook and make sure that you are using both strands of yarn, and we're just gonna make a chain. So I'm gonna chain up a chain of 50 for me, but you could go longer if you want. I just feel like 50 is long enough so that it will go around your neck and you could tie it into a nice tie. So yeah, go ahead and chain up your chain of 50 chains, double stranded. And then when you're done with that, you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I've done both of my straps off camera, and you know, when you chain up your chain of 50, just cut the yarn and pull it tight like this. So yes, now I'm about to try it on and show you guys what it looks like. We're all done. Alright, so this is what the dress looks like on me. I love it so much. So cute, so simple. This dress, I was being lazy honestly, so this dress took me a couple days to make, but it's a really easy dress. Like I could have easily made it within probably 2 days. I used about 3.5 skeins of yarn for it. You could obviously go as long as you want with the dress, but that's it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow me on my social medias listed. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. All right, bye.